Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric, self-therapeutic, multimedia project to solve problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the highest goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves, as well as those around us. A really brief introduction, brief summary of how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth. You can check that out on the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. Which will include the copy of free music, content, live stream schedule, how we divvy the stream into domains of life, into 3 phases or 11 segments, and the Ahn Rho Project in general into domains of life, sub-series, knowledge, and so on and so forth. That being said, let's dive into the second segment as usual. On the left-hand side panel, phase 2 items, more abstract and digital. On the right-hand side, obviously, we'll get to the room, phase 3, more tangible, more physical, most engaging part of the stream. So for 3 things, first of all, let's go to the first of 2 or 3 live streams today. Secondly, solve a 5 override, a rule to break all the rules, a system principle to free myself from the system and become purely practical, get what most urgently needs done. And last but not least, if you want to skip even this short and abridged introduction, just fast forward by about a minute to a minute and a half into the stream, or video on demand on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're coming from. And just begin right here, right now. So let's take a look at content. Lots of photography on the left hand side. I suppose we're gonna start. 7, 4, 5, 6, 2, 8. Photography, screenshots, storytelling commentary on furniture, equipment, renovation, food, gifts we received, meals, eateries, all sorts of different things. Some things to do with more lighthearted stuff, and some more serious like narcissism, so relationships, and getting life sorted together from residency to employment to business, and So top left, we're gonna start off here. Today's first live stream is pretty lighthearted. I would say it's pretty chill because in the title you see that it is kind of like celebratory. It's a little bit celebratory theme to it. You see here on the screen, there's at the very top some gaming. So obviously that's got to be lighthearted. It's got to do with RuneScape. If you're used to play this, it's a 22-year-old game now. Basically, I caught with that, but I was interested in specific aspects of my brother's trailer. I was wondering about copyright for music. So there's some music in here, some gaming. But the large part of the screen is dedicated to clearly you could see the room regions A through G. So it's a lot of home renovation, materials, equipment, clothing, books, office region, all that kind of stuff. You can see here. Yeah, the top left is gaming, but the top right here is a lot to do with renovation. Gaming and music. And down here's renovation though. It's all equipment, it's about laundry, it's baskets, it's about food and sanitation, toilet paper, books, clothing, you name it. The whole region, the entire housing unit. And then we go here at the very bottom and we go into food, and food again very lighthearted, entertainment kind of stuff, celebratory in nature. Class 2 item from my domestic garden. So this is what used to have a lot of baggage and emotional insecurities due to domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, so on and so forth, financial ruin. But now it's like I actually managed to change the dynamic between the family household, so that's great. We can actually say we're family now. That's impressive. I want to say a big thank you, just show some thankfulness and appreciation to my guys. So this is a kind of meal here that they purchased from, I believe, a nearby Vietnamese restaurant, or it was a Chinese restaurant that had kind of like hybrid Vietnamese, Chinese, Cantonese kind of food. And so we're going to talk a little bit about this. And then at the very bottom we have a little bit, once again, to do with gaming, and a little bit, tiny little bit on philosophy and education. So let's zoom out here. I know that I'm not being as brief and concise as I used to be, as I usually am on stream. And that's because this is a more celebratory stream and I have less to cover. So we're going to stand up here. This is phase 3, obviously. After we're done all the stuff on phase 2, like I just showed you all the screenshots of photography and abstract things, we're going to get into the room, which is kind of, phase 3. It's the most active part. Alright, so let's sit down. Let's cover the phase 2 items first. Phase 2, segment 4 and 5, right here. Audio recording, as well as this. So the task list. I want to mention just a little bit here at the very top left. So we have media, assets, and relationships. That's sections 4 and 5 respectively on the left-hand side panel. We have some conversations between me and my brother, as well as me and my domestic guardian. So that would be my biological mother and father. And so it was some nice catching up. My brother's talking about a little bit of business. He kind of ran off. He had lots to do. He was asking me some stuff about government loans. I mean, student government loans, because he has graduated. And so we had a brief conversation about his income and how he would have to say that he probably had to. Yeah, he wanted to ask me if he had to include our guardians into the household. And yes, he did, because he's not making enough income. Like, I'm fully employed. I have 2 employers and Ahn Rho Project, and a business, but he has his own gig, but his gig isn't even supporting himself yet. So that's the kind of stuff there going down. Conversation-wise, there's also other stuff relating to more lighthearted things, a little bit fun stuff. But for the most part, with my biological guardians, that's where the fun stuff was kind of around. It was circling around my aunts and uncles, going on a trip out to some sort of northern, I believe, northwestern part of our province. A very nice town, beautiful, with a gorge, and trying to go there. And so we had a lot of conversations over some food. So that's that, and that's important because it's relationships that are now blood-related relationships that are actually kind of functional. So with that being said, we also have the title, which you see, it says, on to curing narcissism. That's what it has to do with. I've already actually finished curing narcissism within my household, as well as, for the most part, in the department that I work at. So in the workplace employment, as well as in the household, like the residency, like domestic relations and employment relations. So that's what on to curing narcissism is about. The fact is, I've kind of already burst past that, and I've already kind of, I can say, check and done all that. But the thing is, I'm trying to cure the effects, the lasting effects, such as, it's clear to me that I don't have a functional career or functional relationship, long-term, like intimate relationship with anybody, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of area that needs some improvement on, positive stuff that I'm behind in. In addition to that, we have a little bit here on the left-hand panel. Some messages are left over between me and my brother. So vermicelli in the bridge, I didn't pour into the fish sauce because I thought it might spoil the vermicelli. Now I see so just a little exchange between me and him about some food that I want to pass over. And so yeah, that's kind of it. I think that's about everything for segment 4-5 of phase 2. Let's move on to segment 6. So historic reflections as usual. The figurative father in my life is philosophy, figurative mother is psychiatry. Luck is because I never had proper parents, right? So I've always had to be my own parent, and this is where I sought out my information. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I couldn't agree more. It's all interpretive, right? But you can interpret this in different ways, and you can agree or disagree. That's up to you. But by Seneca, and I would say, I definitely agree. I am someone who has, again, the channel is named after CPTSD right now. So as usual, I am kind of hyper-vigilant. I try to prepare too much for life. I gotta turn that off. Okay, moving on. We have some stuff here at the very bottom. We're moving on to something a little bit more lighthearted, like the gaming. This is a hilarious. You know what? Let's not start here. Let's start off with the gaming stuff. So, because it's related. So this is where I was yesterday, and I saw, one I really like, Moist Critical's, his sense of humor is just, it's fucking hilarious. That's a video maker, a streamer, who I always enjoyed his kind of like, his raw humor, raw comedy. It doesn't pull back any punches. So here's a Twitch chat, and I'm going crazy over him playing Melee, Super Smash Brothers, as well as RuneScape. I was like, oh, he's playing RuneScape. I thought he kind of quit that kind of stuff, because this is like a throwback to when I was like in 2005 between me and my cousins. So this is and me and some of my friends at elementary school. So it was like 15 years ago. I feel like a fucking dinosaur. But yeah, that's what it is. So in addition to that, after that, later today, that was yesterday. Today I checked up on. I said, oh, I want to check on my brother's stream, because he released an amazing fucking hype ass trailer about his own tournament that he made, and he's a great, like, Hemi's alright, still check his channel. It's great if you like RuneScape and competitive, specifically e-gaming. So Hyris TOB, he invented this game mode himself, and I said, I remember him showing me that trailer, and I said, on the music, I was wondering, I saw at the very bottom, it says music in the video, so I was wondering, how did he manage to get, this kind of excerpt at the bottom? Did he do it, or did YouTube provide it itself? And so from Vo Williams' Comeback, now that's not necessarily a track that I really want myself, but the fact is, if in the future I start making videos, and that are more, posh or whatever, have a little more quality to them and a little bit more substance, the question is, how do I determine which tracks can and cannot be used in terms of copyright and patents. So I just wanted to ask him a question like that later on today, if I get the chance. And here's just one of his videos. I'm just kind of showcasing, I passed by his videos. Again, RuneScape, once again, a very long time favorite of mine when I was a kid. It's kind of like a, not escapism, but it was something that I really resonated with. The whole discipline and responsibility. It was like, if you're into skilling, if you know what that means, that's something I used to do a lot. And but I actually just played everything. I like to play all sorts of different things. It was like a microcosm of life itself. RuneScape is like a very simplified version of life, like most games are, but this one is much more expansive. You're allowed to do all sorts of different things, like chop wood and kill monsters and just make friends and whatever, and trade and do a merchant. It's like a very expansive kind of representation for a little kid, and that's what I felt it was for me. Okay, so we get rid of that now. And so there was that thing I said was related, so I thought this was hilarious, so I might as well pull up something RuneScape related here. And so on my bro's channel, he has this trailer, right? And I thought this was hilarious. By the way, you can tell it's a great trailer. It's like 120 likes over 2 dislikes. So over here you see, sorry, not that one. Where is it? Right here. There was a really funny, it's hilarious. Like, so on one of his comments on his vids, there's a guy, I saw it's like traditional Chinese, so I kind of took a notice of that guy's name. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, because that guy's like talking shit a little bit. He's just joking. But I just kind of translated it, because I can't do the formal translation. It's too complicated for me. But I don't have that high level translation capability, and I can't speak like fluent Chinese. So it just translates to, Jason is a mentally retarded tyrannosaur. I'm like, so it was a good day to start. It was a good start to the day. All right, so we can get rid of that now. I want to jump over to second last portion of phase 2. We're gonna go some Excel documents right here. So I'm gonna close the music. But basically, sleep is still off. I woke up at like 7. So fitness, spreadsheets, diet, sleep, nutrition, so on and so forth, not going so well. I'm still trying to pick things up. Inventory, I had too much inventory. That's a big part of it. I spent too much time trying to add in all the food that's coming in, and nutritional supplements and equipment that I'm going to be adding on to the equipment. So it's just like a database. Think of it like that. So now we have 2 minutes left, and we got to cover the room. So, well, we don't have that much time, but take a look. Here's the office, right? This is a celebratory stream. So finally, we're done. Take a look on the stream title. It does say, at long last, the unit renovation is complete. So that's region A. Here's region, like, these are not regions here. Let's just talk a little bit. It is like region A, yes. But I didn't want to do, because in a previous live stream I covered things by region, but now I'm just covering in different angles of the room as a whole. So it's a holistic capture. For example, here is E and F together. This is region D and G and B together. So this is all the different regions. I haven't renamed them yet. They're still the classic regions, maybe about a year and a half ago. But I have to rename them. So, straight up angle shots here towards the closet, region C and F, the hallway, and region D a little bit on the bottom there. So you can see it's all kind of, with the books and the clothing, all the things that are here on this end is like this angle covers the things that are like sanitation wise, laundry, dirty, a little bit clothes. It's like region B 5 through 9, D 1 through 4, and region G. So stuff that's a little bit dirty, and meant to be for donations, some clothing for donation. Over here, office region A, we have stuff that I have very clean, very nice and unkempt, and that's because this is the stuff that I actually keep and use. You can see the drinks, you can see paperwork, you can see. So this is entirely region A1 through 7, A1 through 9, as well as region B1 through 4, right here on the side. Again, you can see different angles of the room. Down here, over here, sitting in region A, taking a look at region G, which is the bed side of things. And then again, the great sunlight coming in, it's just a nice ambience on the workplace setup. So I believe this is, I finally made it. Like I've been kind of almost like not dreaming, but I've been planning for this a long ass time. And in the last 15 seconds, I'm gonna walk around the room right now just to show you everything. But basically, that's the main highlight here of this entire stream. We got 10 seconds left, so you see just walking around the room, cruising. And I'm gonna end the live stream now and say, finally we're done, celebrations, and we're gonna continue later on today with whatever's coming next. So who knows?